What's up, guys? Op Soldier here today, and I wanted to quickly touch on DNF Duel and some of my opinions on it, while also talking about how the community has kind of viewed DNF Duel. So first of all, I want to say that unfortunately I haven't really been able to play DNF Duel that much online. I have watched a lot of people play. I have practiced combos and certain things with Striker because she's probably one of my favorite characters to play right now. And I just wanted to say, first of all, guys, okay, here's the deal. So fighting games are very unique, right? In MK11, we had a much more toned down read-based fighting game. A lot of things weren't guaranteed. Well, in DNF Duel, that kind of aiding kind of turns that over on its head. Apparently, aiding has always been known for having over-the-top games. That's the other developer that was developing this game with Arxis Games. And I just want to say to the developers personally, please do not listen to the community that does not like the game. I am enjoying watching this game. I understand there are TODs, and yes, infinites should be removed. I think we can all agree that infinites probably shouldn't be in the game. That's probably one of the main things that should not be a part of the game. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. But when it comes to character design, dude, I've been having so much fun learning Striker's block string guard breaks, right? Which are really long sequences. Like, think of Scarlet from MK9. They're really long sequences of block strings that chip away your health to gray health and guard break you, because in the game you have guard meter. It's a little bit well, not unique, but most fighting games, like, you actually get punished for blocking, whether it be like a guard meter, so eventually you get guard broken if you block too long, or like stun meter in Street Fighter, like your stun meter stays, I think, if and you take white health, which is not chip damage, but it's health that if you get hit, you'll lose all of it, right? So usually the block button's not something that you can just hold on to like MK11. That's why it's actually really beneficial to just block an MK11. But in DNF Duel, you can basically guard break them by doing a long series of block strings, right? And I will also give props to the community when they do something I really think that is beneficial. Rooflemonger made a video about how, like, characters are some of the stronger characters in DNF Duel. I'm so glad he phrased it that way, because this game is an over-the-top game. So to say a character's OP is kind of hard to gauge between the entire cast, right? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't characters stronger than other characters, but what I am saying is that, like, I get a little bit scared when people are already asking for nerfs. We're like 2 weeks into the game, and there's people already asking for nerfs. The only thing we should be really asking for at this point is to remove infinites and to fix the netcode. And that's kind of my point that I'm trying to make. And one of the main reasons I think that NRS kind of did a good job with not being so quick on the patches. They might have went a little bit too slow, but I saw what they were going for. Like, you know, you don't want your game ruined by a community, and I feel like that's where we're kind of at with the FGC. Like, as soon as, like, something is a problem, right, we want it out of the game, and that scares me as someone who's been practicing these, you know, striker block strings and, like, these striker combos, and, like, you know, people saying, oh, well, Striker has, like, crazy offense, even though it's like she struggles to get in. Like, literally, I watch players, like, struggle to get in with her. So, like, that's kind of her balance, right? But the thing is, you can't really convince people that, because what they're usually going to tell you is, well, you know, once they get in, you're done. They don't want to keep Striker out, right? And this is a perfect example of what I mean by, like, that is the gateway to nerfing characters. That is the gateway to, like, asking for nerfs, because as soon as you're like, okay, well, this character is just way too strong in this area, it becomes really quick to nerf a character. And I really hope that Aiding and Arxis just not necessarily don't listen to the community, but really focus on what they want for the future of their game. I can't stress this enough. There's been so many games and so many characters ruined because we listen to the community. I'm telling you right now, man. MKX was better, personally, in my opinion, with armored launchers. I think that game was crazy over the top. It needed a concept like armored launchers to check the crazy offense. Shiva was nerfed to the ground. They took away her health. They took away her fireballs. They took away her stomp. Granted, maybe the stomp was a warranted nerf, but why did they nerf her health? Why did they nerf her fireball game? That was like part of her neutral. And that's what I mean is like, the community just comes for characters, asks for nerfs, and ruins games. And right now, I feel like DNF Duel is in a good spot outside of Infinites, at least for the first 2 weeks of the game. Like, come on, guys. Like, we're already asking for nerfs, man. What is going on? I just don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's important to look for counters. You know, I said the same thing for Taz, and I think in Multiverses, I said Taz was a little bit too strong, but there I seem like I could find a counter with the projectiles. I just feel like it's really important to just try to lab first. Like, don't just go into a bunch of games and think that a character is overpowered or something like that. I cannot stress enough that this is really the gateway to ruining a really good game concept. And Aiding's games, especially this game apparently, the over-the-topness is what makes it fun. I've had so much fun just labbing my character, just watching Sonic Soul and trying to figure out like some of the combos with Striker. I haven't even played that much competitively actually in ranked because my computer is having issues with the game. But like actually just practicing these cool moves, like I've been having so more fun than I probably even had playing MK11. And yes, it's over the top. Yes, I understand. I'm gonna get perfected a lot in this game. I'm going in thinking that like I'm gonna get TOD'd. I get that. That's part of this game, but I can't stress enough that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. If you feel like you can't compete in that, don't compete in that. Maybe this isn't the game for you. Don't ask the game to get completely nerfed because of it. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. I can't stress enough, like, nothing hurts more than when like imagine you lab something crazy, right, about your character because your character is really strong, like Striker or Hitman or whatever, and then the community cries about the character and then your character just gets nerfed. Like I just, as someone who played Shiva occasionally in MK11, I thought that was unfair. You know, the same thing with who else did they nerf in MK11 that I didn't like? I didn't like that they nerfed Sonya. I didn't really see why they needed to nerf her. But those are like examples. Like, I just don't like characters being nerfed. I don't like characters being completely reworked because the community doesn't like the design. And I'm afraid that DNF Duel is going to have that because a lot of people are saying that they don't like the game design. And I really think it just comes down to maybe this isn't the game for you because the design right now is something that I enjoy and I would hope that it doesn't get removed in this particular fashion or property of how the game works. But that's just my opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, like I always say, the developers get to choose. I really hope the developers make their decision based off of their decision and not what people are saying. But we will see. We can all agree again, I cannot stress this enough, we can all agree that infinites need to be removed. I don't think anyone likes infinites unless it takes some heavy form of execution. But I think we can all agree, like, yeah, we want those removed. Like, I think right now the only thing that they should be focusing on is removing infinites and the health of the netcode. So anyway, that's all I want to talk about today. Have fun playing fighting games and have a good fight. Hey guys, I've been invited to the DNF Duel TikTok Invitational. This will be done on July 10th, 7 p.m. EST. This one's for a good cause, #DuelingCancer. This will be done on twitch.tv, Phil of course. Please come check it out where we'll help donate and stop cancer. Donation link is below in my link tree. See you guys there.